The Honourable Adam Searle.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. During this year, on each occasion of giving an adjournment speech, I focused on an aspect of violence against women, physical violence, social violence, and also economic violence through the world of work. And running throughout each of the examinations of these manifestations of gender-based violence against women has been the theme of simply undervaluing the contribution of half of the population to our community, and that is the underlying cause. And of course, one of the most serious manifestation, of course, is the physical violence. Violence against women remains a serious problem in Australia. Over a period of a year, on average, one woman is killed every week as a result of intimate partner violence. A woman is most likely to be killed by her male partner in her home. Domestic and family violence is the principal cause of homelessness for women and their children. Intimate partner violence is the leading contributor to death, disability and ill health in Australian women aged 15 to 44. 1 in 3 women have experienced physical and or sexual violence perpetrated by someone known to them. 1 in 4 children are exposed to domestic violence, which is a recognised form of child abuse. The cost of violence against women to the Australian economy is estimated to be nearly $16 billion each year. 1 in 5 women experience harassment within the workplace. 1 in 5 women over 18 has been stalked at least once during her lifetime. What research shows is that there is an increased risk of mental health, behavioural and learning difficulties from childhood exposure to intimate partner violence, and of course the impacts on women socially, economically and on their children simply cannot be reduced to a mere dollar value. One of the ways in which this can be worked against, of course, through campaigns such as the White Ribbon campaign, and it's timely that we mention this because next week, the 25th of November, is White Ribbon Day and the commencement of the 10 days of action that follows from that. It's worth remembering how White Ribbon came to be on our landscape. On the afternoon of 6 December 1989, a man walked into the École Polytechnique University in Montreal and massacred 14 of his female classmates. His actions traumatised the Canadian nation and brought the issue of violence against women to the forefront. Some years later, a handful of men in Toronto decided they had a responsibility as men to speak out and take action and to work towards ending men's violence against women. Of course, one of those men was the late Jack Layton, who went on to become leader of the New Democratic Party, Labor Party's sister party in Canada. The White Ribbon campaign in Canada became an annual awareness-raising event held between 25 November and 6 December. In 1999, the UN General Assembly declared 25 November as the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, with a white ribbon as the symbol. Now that campaign is now conducted each year in over 60 countries, and a white ribbon began in Australia in 2003 as part of UNIFEM, now United Nations Women, formally becoming a foundation in 2007. I know a number of people in this place and the other place do their bit as White Ribbon ambassadors. I myself became an ambassador in 2008. I think while all people in society, including members of Parliament, have a responsibility to speak out and do what they can to end violence against women, I do think men can play a particularly important role, because what you see in any form of entrenched behaviours, whether it's smoking, drinking, particularly drinking to excess, or antisocial behaviours such as gender-based violence, it's as a result of socialisation and what is accepted as the norm. And if men, through socialising other men from a young age, can make it clear that domestic violence, gender-based violence, whether it's physical, verbal, economic, or however it manifests itself, is simply not okay, over time, I believe that we can reduce, if not entirely eliminate, the scourge from our society. Through the efforts we've made, we've reduced harm from tobacco, we've reduced harm from at least some illicit drugs. There is no reason why we cannot, together, if we have a will to, modify our behaviour so that future generations do not suffer the scourge of gender-based violence to at least the same degree as the current generation.